Hey guys, it is a beautiful evening that we meet yet again on this beautiful show, Benjamin Zulu Show, the only show that its intention is to impact you with the knowledge. And you know what? The moment you get knowledge, two things happen. You think differently and you act differently. And talking about acting, today on the show, Benjamin is ready to actually make you understand that you are a product of your decisions. Just as you are a product of your choices, you are a product of decisions. And talking about decisions today, we're going to talk about at what age should you be aware that you need to start making decisions of your very, very important, because most of you are suffering because of the decisions you made in life. Decision making age. Benjamin.
Wow. You know, Brahman, when you say 18 to 25 is the age of decision.
Yes.
I feel like that is the, if I can deliver that to my generation, I'll die happily.
Mm-hmm.
So I told you, I'm not concerned about the length of my life. I'm concerned about whether I have delivered my mission.
Okay.
I'm not too, I used to say, God, I want to serve for 40 years, 50. Some people want to live for 120 years. I wish them luck. Yeah. I'm not such a hater as to deny you what you want. Yeah. And I'm not the one apportioning years anyway. Mm-hmm. I view my life as a war. I wake up in the morning, go to work. We go there to deliver people from some misconceptions, to teach, to give you insight, to open their eyes, to give them tools for their journey. That's what I'm showing up in the market to do. And I'm doing that on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. And I'm so happy when I have an opportunity to talk to the group that are between the ages of 18 to 25.
Okay.
Now, Pramwell, let me remind you, we are in Africa and we are tailing in the world.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately,
we are lagging behind. Mm-hmm. Economically and the kind of things we can achieve. And let me remind you, there's no dignity in poverty. There's no dignity in luck. In living in a congested place where there's stuffy, polluted next to sewage, where there's no water, where you have to queue to get water. We have poverty in the city and poverty in a country. We are lagging behind, and we were born at this time to change the story. Mm-hmm. If you are age 18, listen to me. I want to start by telling this group that all people changed the world. 90% of people converted the world, who took direction, the narrative to a different direction. It's because they started when they are young. Mm. The Facebook you see was invented by guys so young, 21, so young, and he had been exploring with his gifts. Many things you see, it's because, look at the aeroplanes. Those brothers were tinkering with their skills. The airplane was invented by two brothers.
Yeah.
Oliver and Wilbur were just doing their things, and their father was a preacher who would go around and bring them toys. They would take apart the toys and bring them back with other modifications. And they started their own motorcycling at the backyard. The boys were developing, trying to find a place, and like trying to fan the flame. The Bible says, fan into fire the flame that is in you. Mm-hmm. You have a skill and a gift that you must perpetuate, fan into flame. If you are 18, all the way to 24, those are the years of decision. And that's why I call it the age of decision. If you want to go on a mission, you can't start mission with the madness. You cannot, if you are going far to London, you'd spend the previous day doing what? Packing, preparing, arranging what you need, getting ready for the camping, get ready for the flight, for the trip, for the journey. If you want to change the world with your gift, what should you be doing then? As soon as once you're 18, you are legally an adult. Now you leave home, you go to university, maybe you go to college, or you go to learn to your artisans, you go to TVET college, whatever you want to do, you go to, now you are not directly a child, you have an ID, you can vote, you can do things, but also neither are you an adult, you don't have your career yet, you don't have a name yet, you're not known to the, that is the age of determination. It's so fertile. Age, Bramwell. And the funny thing is, the devil has focused on that age to ruin it. Mm-hmm. Our ignorance. Sometimes they told us that the 4 and below are contributing to nearly half of all HIV infections.
Yeah.
42% of new HIV infections are coming from 15 to 24. The pre-25s, the age, Bramwell. 40 new infections every day. I shed my tears. In this country, 40 new infections between this age group every day. Bramwell. That tells you in 10 days we have lost how many? Not losing, but they have complicated their lives unnecessarily. You can still live alive and be productive in HIV, but if you can avoid it why not live a healthy life? Prevention is always better than cure. So let's come to this. How is 18 to 24 the age of decision?
Yeah.
I learned it myself by trial and error. I had just a fire to affect the world with my skill, Brahma. All I wanted was to count for something. I had attended some funerals where people were buried like donkeys. There was nothing to say. There's no achievement, Bramwell. It was just a paper being written there. So we started with that. Okay. Now, as we got, we want Pastor to talk, and the rest of you, please come this way. A group of the same way would have buried a donkey. There was no honor, no glory. It was not the conclusion of a life that was productive. I say, this is not how I want to end my story. No, I was a child, but I said, there should be a better way. Occasionally, a person who was useful in society would be buried in a ceremony that was organized. And you could feel that achievements being counted. How many achievements, how many change they made in society. I decided I want to be in this second group. I want to affect generation. This world is my gift. So today I want to talk about somebody who's keen on affecting the generation with their skill. And I told you, although we talk about 18, if you have a child who's 5, 8, 10, start putting the seeds of desire in them. Don't just buy them computer games at pastime, cartoons at pastime. You can watch cartoons, but they should also spark creativity and curiosity. The thing that keeps you going, the thing that keeps you, there's a guy called Kasdamoto. He was a trainer of boxing. He trained Mike Tyson, that legendary boxer. He trained the boy when the boy was young. The boy did not have a stable family. He had been arrested many times. He had been, in the street. And Kasdamoto saw the gift in the boy and trained him. Started training him. When he finally finished training him, when Kasdamoto was dying before the boy could reach championship, and he told him, if you remain interested, if you remain focused, if you remain undistracted, you'll be the youngest champion. And if you keep the line, if you maintain your interest level, your dedication, you go down as the greatest of all time. The old man is talking when he's dying. Be careful with instruction of people who instruct you, and they've been here so long, they're on their way out. Be very careful, Brahma.
Yeah.
The reason I value the word of God is God has nothing to lose. He's instructing me like a father instructing a child. And it is for my good. I study it and I want to hear how I can tread on earth and serve a purpose with my life. What Kasdamoto said came to pass. The boy became the youngest champion. Up to that time, he was at 20. He achieved his championship. But then he got distracted. Kasdamoto had warned, if you remain interested, if you remain focused, if you remain undistracted, Brahma is a condition to becoming a great person. The first condition is if you remain interested, if you remain focused, if you remain undistracted in the determinant age, you can establish the foundation. I want to instruct young people the way Kasdamoto, the way great trainers have instructed their players that if you remain online, you will make it. The first way to remain online is avoid dating, avoid sex, avoid drugs, avoid boyfriend, avoid emotional entanglements, avoid heartbreaks, avoid pregnancies, avoid madness of relationships between 18 to 25. Leave them out. Leave them out. Use every hour, every waking hour, ounce of your energy. Focus it on your practice, your skill. Practice your skill. Primarily, I used to listen to books, and I think I'm insane because nobody else was doing it. I remember books by C.S. Lewis I listened over 10 times. And I used to listen to them almost with a religious devotion. I wanted to feel the author. I wanted to feel, to get to the essence. I would sit and stare in space, feeling impatient to unveil my skill. I knew I had a skill. I knew the day I speak, I would inspire people, but I did not have an audience. I did not have a name. I did not have the money. I did not have an income. There's always a set of confusion when there's no teacher to confirm that you're on track. We are here to confirm to those who are practicing their skill, they are on track. You have seen a show we are doing with the pre-25s, and we are teaching them. Something you guys told me that amused me, that some guys took my photo and the photo of another teacher. And they juxtaposed. Zulu and another guy, they say, and asking, between these two, who would you rather go to for advice? And it has sparked a great deal of argument.
Exactly.
I did not hear it. You guys just told me. Why do you think there was argument? And when you guys told me, I told you, at least they know we exist and they know what we stand for. Today, I want to tell young people, I wanted to announce to you the way I believe will take you where it took me. Remain undistracted. Face truth. The reason people are making a lot of noise with what we are saying is because it does not give them room to exploit the innocent. We are opening the eyes of college students, so they are no longer exploitable by sponsors.
Yeah.
They have known that the sponsor has nothing to benefit you. He's coming to take away your destiny. He's coming to ruin your life. Sponsors have nothing to offer you.
Exactly.
Their life has already faced the afternoon. Yours is starting.
It's starting. And talking about starting, Benjamin, you are who you are because you are propelled by the sense of your purpose. You see? And now that we're talking to these 18 to 25 kind of children here, they need to understand that they need to maintain the focus as you're putting it. But again, Benjamin, that is purpose in short.
Yes.
They need to be aware of their purpose. How can they be aware of their purpose for them to become so sensible to it, to avoid distractions?
Looking for, I don't want you to wait until you are clear what you're created to do. It takes time to be clear, by the way.
Yeah.
I was not clear either. I simply had the hunger to make my life count. Start there. That's all you need to start with.
Okay.
Just desire, no, I must do something. Start there. Many of us, it becomes clear once we set out to look for it. A person who has no energy, like the one I was telling you, called me, please also talk to us who are campus leavers. We graduated, but we are just seated at home. We have not found any job. Okay, we are not dating anyone, but also we are applying jobs. We are not getting now. We are just spending the whole day here. I don't know, my friend. You expect to get a job when you are so sleepy. Who wants to employ so much lethargic attitude? I'm looking for a job. I'm not seeing anyone anywhere. I told her, when you have an active mind, you don't wait for them to employ you. You launch out and do anything. Sell sand. I told you I've sold sweets in a bus.
Yeah.
I did boda myself with a degree of law. I sold mandazi in the morning. I sold coffee in the morning. I sold pudding, fruits. I sold juice. Juice and fruits have a deadline. Once you cut them within 1 hour, you have to sell. They spoil. My brother.
I'm just imagining. And the deadline was over. They have not sold.
When it's sunny, they go bad quickly. When it's cold, people don't want cold things. So you have to wait for the sun to sell, but the sun also shortens the deadline. When it's sunny, people eat more. But when it's sunny, they spoil quickly. You can't sit in the shop and wait for people to come there. They will not come. You have to move there. So we are a group of us, we distribute. You go that way, I go this way. You have to know where is Ministry of Health. Brahman. You have to identify who are the Kanzo people. You have to identify trouble. And they are not in uniform. But in the morning, we always trusted God. And we never came back empty-handed. Those are the times I was listening to my messages that I move. And they used to spur me on. This is only a passing stage. I'm in preparation. This is a gym. Gym, there is sweating. There is fatigue. The gym. But on the day of the performance, you will shine. You will enjoy it. I kept the hope alive. That was the year 2013.
Wow.
I told you mastery takes about 10 years.
Yeah.
People want instant things. Instagram, instant coffee, instant. That's why you have so few masters in Africa.
Exactly. And that is where the problem is. This age that we are talking to today, Benjamin, has that problem. You see, we are in a generation or a society where instant gratification is a priority.
Yes. That's why you're having kids talking about, I'm in love. Yeah. 18. Nowadays, I'm blocking them, Brahma. I have run out of energy to tell a 19-year-old about boyfriends.
Yeah.
I have a copy-paste message. I always tell them about the right age to date and their psychology. If they persist, but not all people block, idiot, get out of my space. I'm not going to justify about your life. Do you know, Brahman, even when there were no Zulus and teachers talk about 25, people who wanted their dreams started with their dreams?
Yeah.
Are you aware of that? But then, Brahman, who told you not to start dating? First of all, you, even before we talk about other people. How come you don't have children all over like a cook with danger? And you have classmates who are on the 50th child now.
True.
And they are not financially any better. You went sailing the same boat.
Yeah.
But they entangled themselves with a girl somewhere here. They're already living together. Second child, third child. And today they're asking you, bro, I don't have food. Send me hunger. Who told you, Brahman? Isn't it how single-minded you are to become something?
Yeah.
Don't wait until you know what it will become. Those of us who learn it early, we are just lucky. Some of us simply had a clue. You're not sure where to learn, but I know my skills are about talking, motivating. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I'm at work. Don't wait until you know what you're supposed to become. It's a journey to know it, first of all. But you must work with what you have to the best. Study the book in front of you. Listen to the messages in front of you. Show hunger. When Moses saw the burning bush, he responded. He showed interest.
Yeah.
He came. When he stopped to come, that's when he was instructed how to come. Remove your shoes. These places. You get it?
Yeah.
You must want to shine your light so that you can be instructed how. There are some of us, what was supposed to be my purpose? How could you know it when you're not even interested? There was no skill like motivational speaking. And I did not know how will you make money out of it. How do you make a living out of it? I knew people like orator, Mark Twain. I would read people who would speak and inspire nations, but I never knew how do you make that commercial. How do you pay your bill? How do you feed your family with that? I could see counselors counseling, but that is leaks to. There's something about it, but it's not it. Have you ever done that guy? Law, there's something about it, but that's not it. Counseling, there's something about it, but that's not it. Teaching, yeah, there's something about it, but not it. I just had a vague idea. One reason you're not aware what you're supposed to become is because it has not existed before. You're the one to show it to the world. How did Churchill land on comedy? There was no industry called comedy. I'm sure the guy simply had the desire to pursue his desires, to pursue his dream, his strength. So you keep figuring it out as you go. Let's try to entertain. Can they pay? What do I pay? Let's try. It takes shape according to you, the fire of your desire. The force of your desire is the determiner here. It's not how aware you are of where you're going. It's not how aware you are. Some of us felt so out of place in the university. We knew we were studying this to Malize too. Just finish. It's okay. And you know you can't tell people that you look like a school dropout. You look like a rebellious child. People like Zuckerberg dropped out. But I told you that's not dropping out. That's firing yourself upwards.
Yeah.
Once you discover yourself, the papers become, the degree was only a preparation to ignite the fire in you. The degree is not the end. Have you seen how useless kids are walking around with the degree papers?
Yeah.
As if it should prove abilities. And when you employ them, you realize they are so raw, unskilled, and polished because they're spending their days sleeping. Can you imagine? Our university kids are sleeping. 18 to 25, please don't sleep. Don't wake up at 11. Don't sleep at 4 a.m. in the morning. Discipline your schedule. Occupy your time in the library. Occupy your time studying. Occupy your time working. Occupy your time moving. Occupy time. Become something. That's how I was in the campus. We were a small group of us and we looked boring because we were not partying. We did not have girlfriends. When we are not in the church, we are in class. When you're not, we were all around in something that involved personal development. That is the way to go, Brahma. That's how the path you followed, that's the path I followed, and we have proven it works.
Yeah.
You will find the right woman when you know who you are, when you are ready to settle as a family man. Don't book girls in the university.
Yeah.
Don't book girls in Form 4. What are you doing? When a man tells me, this girl is 21, I usually square up with him. You could see it's a child. How did you expect a child to settle with you? 18, 19. You could see the inconsistency and the naivety. What was wrong with marrying a woman who was mature? No, you wanted those who don't challenge you. No, you wanted one who is follow and just say yes, yes. You wanted one who you can give money because they have none of their own. You wanted a weak thing that do not challenge you. It is your own misconceptions that caught you. So I tell men, let's let these girls grow. Allow them to grow. Let's date mature women. Those who know where they're going. My strong message to 18 to 25, use that time to prepare. That's how you will change the world with your gifts. Yes.
And I like the way you are talking, Benjamin. And talking about preparation, you see, we have various factors that are involved in the preparation. Even when you are tilling your land, you are preparing your land ready to. I always say, it is not about the strength or the might. It is about the seed that you plant, you see. And that seed, for it to grow, we have other factors involved. The fertilizer, watering it, all those factors are involved. Now here, these 18 to 25 here have opened themselves up to external influence, Benjamin. That is actually heaping a lot of weight.
You're right.
On them.
You're right.
And in the process, they have lost focus, Benjamin.
All relationships involving pre-25s are high stress.
Yeah.
Don't be deceived by seeing them on TV saying, yes, we are married. They are crying every day. You can't give children a vehicle to drive, an aeroplane to fly, and expect they're enjoying it. It was never meant for that kind of mental capacity. They're supposed to be growing first. So all of them are high stress. They cry themselves to sleep. Ooh, this one, the other one, they meet, they talk. You're wasting the most productive time of your life. The biggest reason I did not date myself. One, I knew vaguely I have not arrived to my path. And if I tell a woman to marry me, she will think she's marrying a lawyer.
Yeah.
And I know I will disappoint her. And there will be a conflict. She was not prepared to marry this kind of a man. She wanted a quiet advocate life. Can you see any of that here? I do want to lie. You know, many advocates are very quite polished and composed. And, 8 to 5. And you drive a car nicely with your family, go sit in front in the church. Sometimes I arrive at church, I sat here and I'll finish when I'm there. That was not my personality. Another reason is because I knew I was not ready to invest any emotion, any money, as if I had any anyway, in a relationship. Some things are common sense. There was pressure around, people are booking each other, but I knew I was not sure whether it was the right path, but I said, I'll prove it at the end. I would rather not risk. I want to ask all those who are 18, 25, prefer not to risk.
Okay.
Prefer not to risk.
Prefer not to risk. And I like the way you put it, Benjamin, because risking is a risk itself.
Exactly.
You see? Now, Benjamin, would you recommend them to look for mentors?
It's very important to have distant and close mentors. Close are those ones who can interact personally. Ask them questions. There's a time I showed up at one of the mentors. He was an engineer at JKIA, at Wilson Airport. He had studied in Birmingham, UK. He had studied abroad. And he was so passionate. One day I showed up in his house. He came from work and found me. I just wanted us to talk. I don't have a special problem. I just want to hear his views on life and insights. We talked until 2 a.m. You need to show up in mentors' lives. When they see your hunger, they will teach you. When you see your passion, your fire, you'll be surprised how ready they are to talk to you. One of the problems I've discovered with our generation is we have inverted values. The other mentors are distant. You study. There's a time I bought all CDs of TDJs throughout Nairobi. I finished them. They said it, all of them. I'll go to all the movie shop. This one I bought. I bought all the ones I find. I'll spend all my money and sit and watch and take notes. And today I can show you heaps of notebooks. That's what I was doing when they were sleeping together. That's what I was doing when they were taking each other for happy. I was drinking alcohol. That's what I was doing. Bramwell, the things I've been doing that are not glamorous, people will see the fruit. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't even announce the process. Sometimes I would sit down to listen with my laptop and sleep finds me there. I wake up in the morning with the laptop on the bed. Just the way I slept. Bramwell, I want to invite 18 to 25s, study teachers from abroad, watch documentaries. I watched guys who conquered, who developed new things. I believed that I can develop something new that will be written about throughout all generations. Believe it. and study those who have done it. Believe you can emulate them, follow them. In fact, force the issue, force the agenda and say, I will not die like this. Just decide I will not die like this. I must do something different. Once you decide it, it will come to pass.
Now, how will they be in a position to discern between who to go for as a mentor? Because also, we have people with different motives, Benjamin. Not all people are teachers. Not all people are willing to train you in the field they have mastered, Benjamin. How do these young men and women identify?
You know, when you look for teachers, you must be like a hunter. You must identify who is ready to teach. Follow online. For example, here we are teaching them. I know people have told me they have been transformed in their thinking by following our teachings.
Yeah.
I'm one of the persons who posts on Facebook furiously.
Sometimes I wonder.
I like to imagine our movement like it's a tornado. We are moving like a storm.
Yes.
I don't have that. You know, when I started, I tried to moderate myself like other teachers. One post a day. Yeah? Did you say one day, one a day, or one an hour? You know, because I just want, we have so much to talk about and so little time to work with.
Yeah.
The problem is so big, problem. We can't be nibbling it one bite a day. The misperceptions, the mistakes, the devastation, the pain is just overwhelming. One of the things I've decided as a person is, one of the things I want to focus on in my calling. I'll never assume I have 10 years. People move slowly because they have time. Me, I don't. Even if I have 35 years, each day counts.
Yeah.
Each day has its own work. One of the things I pray God to help me is to wipe out history from my head and face forward with freshness. I face the challenge as if I've never seen it again. I don't imagine I've already done some, so let me slow down. Never. I will attack the problem, solve the issue, and forget the past and face forward. If you are 18 to 25, join me. Forget your parents and what they did not achieve. Forget what they achieved. Forget the mistakes you did. Forget the madness you did. And some of the girls I'm talking had already messed up and gotten a kid. But many of them wake up so well. They can conquer this world after they learned, after they were heartbroken, after they were left. I keep encouraging them. Sometimes a mistake can be your wake-up call. The Swahili say, kuteleza uzuia kuanguka. A trip can prevent a fall. When you almost fell, you know it's possible to fall. Now you're careful. I want to ask these ladies who had tripped, these men who had fallen at once, to wake up now. In fact, you can use the memory of the pain to make sure you never go through the same madness again. You say, I will develop myself and I will look for whom we think I like and I will do it better. Immunization is when they inject the real virus into you.
Yeah.
In a weakened form. In a way that they can't kill you. But to teach your body how it looks like, to prepare defense. Use the pain as an immunization. Use what you experience as a warning. That is possible. You can go down and then teach yourself. Learn, change, evolve. Yeah.
And I like the passion at which you are putting these, Benjamin. The other disease that is actually killing these young brains, these purposes we are talking about here, to 18 to 25, Benjamin, is what we call procrastination, Benjamin. Procrastination is a thief. Procrastination is a killer.
Exactly.
How can they avoid that, Benjamin?
To procrastinate is simply to postpone repeatedly, to delay.
Yeah.
Me, I don't know where people get the energy to postpone. Once you know, you don't have time. As I told you, Brahma, I try to do everything imagining this could be my last chance because I know one day I'll be right. Even now, I am right. I'll never get today, this moment, again.
Yeah.
Even you, Brahma, I'll never see you in the state you are in today.
Yeah.
Every day you're going through something different. It's like a river. You can't touch the same water twice. It has changed and moved on. Kick procrastination out of your head by connecting with reality. A sense of urgency comes from a deep connection with reality. Remembering the days for the time. If you read the Bible, you can't procrastinate.
Okay.
Knowing the days are evil. I was in Romans 8 today saying, like, the whole creation groans together, awaiting for the manifestation of the sons of God. Why are they groaning? In yearning. Pramila yearn for the grand amen. for the final ceasefire. Pramela, are you not tired of all this controversy, people arguing about the person who placed them here? Are you not tired of these people, so much evil, people hurting others? I can't wait. I'm serving my Father knowing this will not go on forever. So if you found yourself lying back, it's because you have lost touch with reality. Simply wake up and you realize we have no time. One of the things you will follow in all my messages is a sense of urgency.
Yeah.
Let's do what we have to do. Let's work while it is day, for the night is coming. I got that from my Lord Jesus. All his talks involved a sense of urgency. We must work because our Father is working. We must work while it is day, for the night is coming. Like, if you study the whole scripture, even Paul studied, Peter studied Psalms, you get a sense of momentum, a sense of movement, results, movement, marching forward. That is the essence of all the message that I find in the Bible, and that's how I want to live. So if you find yourself forgetting where we are, it's because you have lost touch with reality. Come back to realizing how long do you have to live, how much years of energy, how many people are dying every day, and some of them needed you to serve them before they die.
Yeah.
They needed to hear your message.
Yeah.
They need to be touched by your voice. You may, some of the people you're meeting the last time. Please do your best. Always do what you are given the best. Eternity is too long to be wrong. Remind 18 to 25s not to gamble with their eternity, not to live in a quarrel with their maker. Does God exist? Really? Do you exist? You cannot have made yourself. So where did you come from? It's like questioning whether you exist. Questioning God is questioning yourself. Are you real yourself? If you are real, how can a real living come from another that is not real? We know you're not just born by your mother because you don't share DNA with her.
Yeah.
You don't share DNA with your father. There may be similarity to show parentage, but you are so different and unique. Nobody resembles you on earth. God left every cue to tell you, have a peculiar mission for you. But you have a choice to choose it or rebel. So remind my 18 to 25s to orient their lives to make it count. The decision we are talking about is to align your life with eternity.
All right, there you have it, guys. You've heard it from the horse's mouth. A time has come whereby you need to wake up from that slumber and live with a sense of urgency. There you have it. Thank you for viewing Benjamin Zulu Show.